Hello, plant lovers! Welcome back to our channel, where we bring you the best tips and tricks for creating your dream garden. Today, we're diving into the wonderful world of shade-loving ground cover plants. If you have darker spots in your garden that need some love, stay tuned. We've got 10 amazing plants that will thrive in those shady areas and transform them into lush greenery. Let's get started. Our first plant is Pachysandra, a fantastic evergreen ground cover. Pachysandra thrives in full to partial shade and is hardy in USDA zones 4 to 9. It grows about 12 inches tall, forming a dense mat of glossy green leaves. Pachysandra prefers full to partial shade. Direct sunlight can scorch its leaves, so it's perfect for those darker corners of your garden. Water Pachysandra regularly, especially during dry spells. It's quite drought tolerant once established, but consistent moisture will help it spread more quickly. Mulch around the plants to retain moisture and keep the soil cool. Pachysandra can be slow to establish, so patience is key. Next up, we have Ajuga, also known as Bugleweed. This plant is known for its beautiful foliage and vibrant blue flowers. It's hardy in USDA zones 3 to 10. Ajuga can tolerate full sun to full shade, but it performs best in partial shade where it can avoid the harsh afternoon sun. Keep the soil moist, but not waterlogged. Ajuga appreciates consistent moisture, especially in the first year after planting. Ajuga spreads quickly, so it's a great choice for larger areas. However, be mindful of its spreading nature as it can become invasive. Hostas are a classic choice for shady areas. They come in various sizes and colors, adding texture and interest to your garden. Hostas thrive in USDA zones 3 to 9. Hostas prefer partial to full shade. Some varieties can tolerate more sun, but they generally do best in the shade. Hostas need regular watering, especially during dry periods. Ensure the soil is well drained to prevent root rot. Divide hostas every few years to maintain their vigor and prevent overcrowding. They're also slug magnets, so keep an eye out for pests. Vinca minor, or periwinkle, is another excellent ground cover for shady areas. It's hardy in USDA zones 4 to 9 and produces lovely blue or purple flowers. Vinca minor thrives in partial to full shade. Too much sun can cause leaf scorch. Water regularly to keep the soil moist. Vinca minor is quite drought tolerant once established, but it prefers consistent moisture. Vinca minor spreads quickly and can be used to cover large areas. However, it can become invasive, so control its spread as needed. Lamium, or dead nettle, is a fantastic ground cover with beautiful silver-patterned leaves and pink or white flowers. It thrives in USDA zones 3 to 8. Lamium prefers partial to full shade. It can tolerate some sun, but too much can cause leaf scorch. Keep the soil consistently moist. Lamium appreciates regular watering, especially during dry periods. Lamium is perfect for adding a splash of color to shady spots. It spreads moderately and can be easily controlled. Tiarella, or Foamflower, is known for its delicate, foamy white flowers and attractive foliage. It thrives in USDA zones 4 to 9. Tiarella prefers partial to full shade. It does well in woodland gardens, where it can get some dappled sunlight. Keep the soil moist, especially during the growing season. Tiarella likes consistent moisture. Tiarella is a great companion plant for hostas and ferns. It also adds a lovely texture to shaded areas. Heuchera, or coral bells, is a versatile plant with stunning foliage in various colors. It thrives in USDA zones 4 to 9. Heuchera prefers partial shade. Some varieties can tolerate more sun, but they generally do best in shade. Water regularly to keep the soil moist. Heuchera appreciates consistent moisture, especially in hot weather. Heuchera is perfect for adding color to shady areas. It's also deer-resistant, making it a great choice for gardens with wildlife. Epimedium, or Barrenwort, is a hardy ground cover with beautiful heart-shaped leaves and delicate flowers. It thrives in USDA zones 5 to 9. Epimedium prefers partial to full shade. It does well in woodland gardens and shaded borders. Keep the soil consistently moist. Epimedium appreciates regular watering, especially during dry periods. Epimedium is perfect for dry shade areas where other plants might struggle. It's also deer-resistant and low maintenance. Helleborus, or Hellebore, is a winter-blooming plant with beautiful flowers. It thrives in USDA zones 4 to 9. Helleborus prefers partial to full shade. It does well in woodland gardens and shaded borders. Water regularly to keep the soil moist. Helleborus appreciates consistent moisture, especially during the growing season. Helleborus adds a touch of color to the garden in winter and early spring. It's also deer-resistant and low maintenance. Finally, we have Asarum, or wild ginger, a great ground cover with heart-shaped leaves and small, hidden flowers. It thrives in USDA zones 4 to 8. Asarum prefers partial to full shade. It does well in woodland gardens and shaded borders. Keep the soil consistently moist. Asarum appreciates regular watering, especially during dry periods. Asarum is perfect for adding a lush, green carpet to shaded areas. It's also deer-resistant and low maintenance. And there you have it, folks. 10 amazing ground cover plants that will thrive in the shady spots of your garden. Remember, each plant has its own unique requirements, so be sure to consider the light, water, and zone compatibility when choosing the best plants for your garden. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more gardening tips and tricks. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified whenever we post a new video. Happy gardening, and we'll see you next time.